When did you know the first date would also be the last? I went on a date with this weird guy from Hinge because I was dared to. Nobody believes me when I tell them what he did. His profile pictures showed this skinny dude with huge glasses and hair that stuck up in every direction like he'd been electrocuted. His name was Maximo, and his bio just said, "I like orange soda." My friend Kaya was scrolling through my matches and stopped on him. "You have to swipe right on this one. Do it for the plot." So I did it as a joke, and like 5 seconds later he messaged me asking if I wanted to get coffee. We met at this little coffee shop downtown, and he was even weirder in person. He was wearing a bright yellow shirt with a dinosaur on it and kept fidgeting with his car keys. The first thing he said when I sat down was, "I already had soda today, so I'm feeling pretty jittery. We should probably get out of here before I accidentally fart." I thought he was joking, but he was already standing up and heading for the door. I followed him outside mostly because I was curious what would happen next. He led me to his car, which was a lime green Kia Soul with racing stripes. Then he asked, "Wanna go go-karting?" The address he put in his GPS wasn't for any go-kart place I'd heard of. 20 minutes later, we pulled up to this rundown kids theme park that looked like it hadn't been updated since 1985. He practically ran to the ticket booth and bought us unlimited ride passes just for him to tell me, "Here we are," and just showed me the teacups ride that was meant for 6-year-olds. We were the only adults in line surrounded by kids. When the ride started, he spun our teacups so fast I thought I was going to puke. "It's just like drifting," he yelled over the carnival music while I held on for dear life. After the teacups, he dragged me to the carousel where he insisted on riding the pink unicorn. By the time we left Funland, my hair was a mess and I was dizzy, but I hadn't laughed that hard in months. Then he asked, "Wanna go sightseeing?" I said sure, expecting maybe a nice viewpoint or historic building. Instead, he drove us to an escape room place in a strip mall. "Best way to see the sights is from inside a locked room," he explained, like that made any sense. The escape room theme was ancient Egypt, and we were supposed to find clues to escape the pharaoh's tomb. Within 10 minutes, he was in full panic mode. "We're gonna die in here," he shouted while pulling books off the fake bookshelf. When that didn't work, he got on his hands and knees and started ripping up the floorboards with his bare hands. "I don't think the clues are under the floor," I tried to tell him, but he was already peeling wallpaper off the walls. An employee burst through the door looking horrified. "Sir, you can't destroy the room." That's when he did the craziest thing yet. He looked at the employee, then at me, then at the window. Before anyone could stop him, he took a running leap and dove through the window like bro was Tom Cruise. Glass shattered everywhere, and he landed in a bush outside. We were only on the first floor, so he wasn't hurt, but he was covered in leaves and glass. The escape room manager made him write a check for $3,000 to cover the floor and walls and window. He didn't seem bothered at all. "That was awesome," he said, picking literal glass out of his hair. "Wanna watch a movie at my place?" At that point, I was too invested to say no. His house turned out to be this gorgeous modern place with floor-to-ceiling windows and furniture that looked like it belonged in a magazine. Everything was perfectly organized, which seemed impossible given how chaotic he was. "I like nice things," he explained, seeing my shocked face. We watched a VeggieTales action movie while eating popcorn and orange soda. Things led to another, and I couldn't believe it, but I slept with him. And I don't mean slept, I took it all. I don't know what that soda was doing to him. When Kaya picked me up the next morning, she saw my hair all messed up and was like, "So how bad was it?" I told her I didn't care how crazy he was. That guy genuinely knew how to have fun.